Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. And as I was saying earlier on, I've waited over 2 years for this call today. And it's really important not to rush things in life. We've all been watching different opportunities out there, and it's been really interesting to see all of your adventures, all of the different paths that we've gone down to the road to try to find the right ways for our family with things. Because we all of us believe that we are able to make a living from home. We all believe. Can you mute out, everyone? Mute out. There you go. Mute all. We all believe that we should have the ability to work from home. We all know that we're at the forefront right now of the cryptocurrency big old breakthrough that's taking place right now. And so I just want to say thank you very much, first of all, for being here. Okay. Now, I've been looking now for over 2 years for something that would replace FutureNet, because all of you that were involved in FutureNet, we have gone through so much pain and growing pains, and we're not going to dwell too much on the past, but during this whole time, the vision stayed alive. So what we're going to be talking about today is not a Bitcoin mining thing. We're not talking about a cryptocurrency thing. What we're talking about here is bringing monetization to the blockchain. And that right there is the missing element, because currently there is over 4,000 cryptocurrencies on the market right now. And what are they doing? They're just sitting here. All these cryptocurrencies are basically Ponzi schemes. They're stealing. As soon as a coin comes out, it takes liquidity and market share from another coin. And that's why there's no stability. These coins are trading every single day, and the prices are extremely volatile. So there is a better way about going about doing this. And I've said this for years, that monetization is the next technology beyond blockchain, okay? And remember, as Robert Kiyosaki once said, your network is your net worth. Also, I see the network marketing space completely, is set up completely wrong. A lot of us would agree, Nomntu here and Paul, we all have, and all of you all on this call today, that we should be able to stand behind the technologies, the products, everything that we believe in, and be able to bring those incomes in from these products just one time in our lives. So this is called monetization here. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Nicole Burchett on this call. She's here right now. Nicole has been a friend of mine for 5 years. I'm going to be calling on certain people there in this group, and I want to introduce you to a sweetheart here, Nicole Burchett, who's one of my very, very best friends. She's a sister to me. And for those of you that met her, she's here in Portland, Oregon. Nicole, could you please unmute? 1 second, please.
Yeah, can you, oops, hold on.
There she is. There's little angel here. Yes, yes. Nicole, say hello and share. You were in FutureNet with us as well, but go ahead and tell the background how we've been through this and where we're going with Suponic right now.
Yeah, I think one thing about everything that's gone on, and one thing that's remained consistent is, Ryan, is your vision. You've had this vision that a lot of us can see, and it's the things that have happened beyond our control, but we know it's possible, and things have advanced, technologies have advanced. Sometimes I feel like going through the trials is what paves the way for the future things to work out, right? I don't regret it. I don't feel anything was wasted. 6 years ago, you told me to buy some Bitcoin. That Bitcoin was $200 at that time. It's changed a lot of people's lives. And I, like you, for the past 2 years, have just been kind of waiting for the right opportunity. I haven't shared anything in the blockchain industry until I saw what I've seen with Suponic. And it took me, you're the first person I reached out to, because it took me right back to your vision of monetization, and then you add in technology into that, and the gaming industry, which is exploding right now, especially with everybody at home, and, more people learning to make money on the internet, and more people realizing, the world is changing. And so you're the first person I thought of, just because, Rudy, and it's funny, a quick story, Rudy's on the phone too. He's the one who actually reached out to me about this. He says, hey, Nicole, I see you're into Bitcoin. Can I share this with you? It literally took me, he sent me like one video, and I said, vision was right there, and now we have the right people behind it. We have the right money behind it and the right leadership together and make it happen.
Nicole, I want to say thank you. We're going to get Rudy on the phone. We also have Bobby Jones on the phone. I want to introduce you to Rudy, who's in California. So you're hearing about the West Coast of the United States right here, guys. I love Africa. I miss the bejesus out of Africa. You all know this, and I miss all you guys so much. This year, the 2020 vision is more clear than ever. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Rudy. The guy's a stud down in Los Angeles here, but Rudy's the one that brought Nicole, and Rudy is on the board of the company working with the LA Lakers. There has never been a cryptocurrency in history that has had more professional athletes. You guys are in your country, but and I know that you guys know the LA Lakers. You know the NBA, the NFL, all these professional multimillionaire players that you're going to hear about that Rudy's going to share with you. Obviously, these are coaches of the LA Lakers, Byron Scott, AC Green, Hall of Famers. These guys have better attorneys than you and I, okay? And what we're going with this is brings a sense of credibility and due diligence in a way that you've never seen in the cryptocurrency market space that's much needed. Rudy, are you there?
Yes, I am, Ryan. Can you hear me?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, man. Like I've been saying, living the dream in a quarantine with my dream team. Let's go. Let's get it. Thank you so much, Nicole, for being open-minded first and foremost, and obviously connecting me to such an amazing human being, Ryan Conley. And I remember when you joined the company, you said, guess who's open to joining? And you said, Ryan Conley. And I said, who's that? Just being humble, just being honest, I had no idea, but now I have tremendous amount of respect. Congratulations on all your success, Ryan. You're the type of a leader that I like to learn from and get mentorship from. And, obviously we want to get to that level. I think that's why we're all here, right? And so thank you, for inviting me on here, guys. I mean, literally, I must be on 40 or 50 calls and Zoom calls a day. I probably speak to everybody in this company more than I do with my own wife. And that's because, again, I want to build a legacy company here with Suponic Global. Our chairman, Jay Park, just to speak just a little bit about him, he was a former CIO of IBM for 10 years in the Shanghai division. And not only did he mentor the great visionary and the legend Steve Jobs, right, the creator and visionary of Apple once, but he mentored him on 2 occasions. And he spent $28 million out of his own pocket to build his own blockchain, build a revolutionary cryptocurrency known as a utility token on our gaming platform. For the first time ever, guys, you're able to play video games and make real currency, make real money, guys. So based on your effort, your talent, and if you look at 3 billion gamers in the world's population today, you talk about being at the right place at the right time with the right leadership, guys. During COVID-19, video game has increased 82%. I'll say that again, 82% since COVID-19 started, because how much more Netflix can you watch, right? How many, like when you're done working out and you're done watching everything on Netflix, what are you probably doing? Playing video games. Look at your phone right now. How many games do you have downloaded on there? We're not talking about being with the headsets and 25 screens in front of you. We're talking about the Candy Crushers, and you know who you are, right? And so if we can show you how to monetize video games, again, guys, just 9.2 million users right now worldwide playing Candy Crush on an average of 3 hours. We're going to show you how you can make a fortune just being either a video gamer, a network marketer like myself, Nicole, and Ryan, or just a partner. A partner means that you just set it and forget it, let it ride. What would you have done if you could have purchased Bitcoin at 45 cents? How many would you have purchased? That's my question to you.
Rudy, also touch base on this coin. It's the fastest coin in the world. Is that correct?
Yeah, so just to kind of put things in perspective for you guys, 7 transactions per second. If you go to fiatleak.com right now, you'll be able to see transactions.
Bitcoin. That's 7 transactions per second. Ethereum is at 14 transactions per second.
15, yeah. Ripple, 1,500. Of course, they say they can do 50,000, but they haven't proven it, right? So it's all talk right now.
Ripple XRP at 50,000, guys. We're 18,000 transactions for a total of over 68,000 transactions per second with this. And So where we're going with this, guys, is just not to cut you off at all, but so imagine if FutureNet, we have a social media platform, but imagine if there was 300 games, mobile digital games, and more coming on board all the time that had a coin behind it, so people are getting paid in cryptocurrency. Imagine all those little tiny transactions taking place like there. Like my daughters play a game called Roblox over here. These are my two little daughters, 7 and 12. They are heavily addicted to Roblox, okay? But I like it because they sit here and they learn how to design homes. They learn how to, dress up their people in fashion. They learn how to barter. I mean, my daughter can probably barter better than me at 7 years old. So I look at the positive stuff in here, these digital, I bet his kids play Roblox. Probably that little one plays Roblox right there, I see right there. If you guys want to bring your webcam up, I have you on a whole screen right here so you can be present for this historical moment here. But imagine if FutureNet here, okay, we're going to keep this real positive here because imagine if all these gaming was taking place and it led into a social media platform. Now imagine if people could go ahead and remember how FutureNet said that they had games. Thank you, Paul, everyone, for being on camera here. Imagine all those games where have these cryptocurrency transactions. Imagine that we have put over $26 million into. Keep in mind, our owner is a billionaire. This isn't just FutureNet starting up with $1 million. We immediately put $26 million into creating the world's fastest cryptocurrency, creating our own exchange. We're not even going to have our coin on any other exchange because we don't need to have our coin on the other exchange. Historically speaking, coins would come on the exchange and they would try to just drive up more market share by placing themselves on other exchanges. That's not necessary to have a successful thing. If you have monetization involved in a social media network, which we are creating and bringing to here, and by the way, I have been in communication, I want to let you all know, with yesterday, again with Paulina, who is the creator of Futuro Coin right there, guys. This is FutureNet right here. You guys who know he stood for this, Julian Assange, the FutureNet Foundation, the Futuro Coin. Paulina, the developer of the world's first social media cryptocurrency that Stefan and Roman let crash, she is coming on board with us to already given us a quote and everything. She's already delivered me the white paper for the encrypted messenger that blows away effing talk. We've got all this coming. So imagine the publicity going out that the programmers who were let down by the CEOs who let down everyone over there, the CEOs did, have come over to the fastest cryptocurrency on the planet. And you guys, I was on the phone yesterday with Brock Pierce's personal assistant. Brock Pierce has a call. I'm not saying that Brock Pierce is joining us, but Brock has wanted to get into cryptocurrency gaming for a long time. Brock Pierce, one of the only billionaires, is a good friend of mine. I was at his house last year at Thanksgiving dinner in Puerto Rico. Okay, he's been to my house twice also. Imagine him coming on board. And you know how much validity that's going to bring over here? You guys, there's none of these this is a real deal right here. And when you guys look at who Jay Park is, and he's a multi-billionaire, head of Alibaba, correct, of Australia. You guys, you've heard of Alibaba before, okay? This guy is the head of Alibaba for the entire country of Australia. Hello. Do you think that this guy would do something as shady as Roman and Steph? I'm sorry, I got to kind of poke a little bit with these guys because I want you guys to know I'm a fighter just like you. And we found the answer right here. Okay, go ahead. Why don't you go ahead? I want to turn it. Do you want to say something else, or should we bring Bobby Jones on the call, Rudy?
Yeah, you know what? I want to definitely bring on Bobby in just a second if he wants to add any value. I mean, obviously everything he says is right on point, but one thing I want you guys to understand that the timing is everything right now. When you look at this coin, it's only 45 cents. We wanted to have this call for you because it's going to go to 50 cents tomorrow. And then 2 weeks later, it's going to go to 55 cents. And when we launched the company on the 4th of July, which is a really big holiday here in the United States, we're not only just launching Falcon 9 yesterday, but we're going to launch our company on the 4th of July, guys. And that's going to be at 60 cents a coin. And before you know it, we're going to launch our exchange to the public on October 1st. at $1 a coin, guys. And just understand that when we have 3,000 concurrent users, that means that we have 3,000 people playing the video game. That adds liquidity and it adds infrastructure and confidence in our platform, where now the coin has the potential, and these are not my words, this is Jay Park, came out of his own mouth. We can potentially hit $500 a coin, guys, by the end of this year. That is massive. And again, these are not, made up numbers. When you look at the microtransactions of 68 transactions per second with our coin, and the 300 games that we're owning the source codes to, okay? So it's not like we're affiliated with any other gaming companies. We have the sourcing codes that's gonna help bring those 3,000 concurrent users, and understand that as we hit 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, how many gamers are in the world today, Ryan? 3 billion gamers right now. So those numbers are just a fraction. So, when you talk to Game Warden's like, you look at Call of Duty or Battle Royale, they got 60 million Warzone users right now playing that game. And you have companies that are reaching billions of dollars in revenue, not in a year, in a quarter. So,
and also, Rudy, you guys, me and my 12-year-old daughter, the thing that we do together is we play Call of Duty. Okay, my little 12-year-old blasts zombies nonstop with me. Okay, we have a lot of fun doing this, and so Call of Duty does $1 billion in sales day one when they come out with a game. This is proven. Okay. And so the Call of Duty is owned by Activision, who the parent company is a company called Tencent. Tencent has a vested interest in what we're doing right here, right now, guys. Think about that for a second. I even know there's a parent company above Activision until this took place. Why don't you just touch base real quick on the professional athletes, Rudy, who have come on board with this, because there's never been a network marketing company in history. There's never been a cryptocurrency in history that so many celebrities have gotten behind. And you can't really say Bitcoin. It's just whatever. That's, I'm saying, go ahead.
No, that's fine, Ryan, and I appreciate that. That's one of the things that caught my attention right away. And if you guys are familiar with the LA Lakers, great, but everybody knows Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was a friend of our CEO, Jock Johnson. As a matter of fact, they were going to make a video game for Kobe Bryant, which I'm pretty sure was still going to do it. It is on the roadmap, but understand that we want to carry Kobe's legacy. So what more better way to do it by having our CSO, the Chief Strategist Officer of Suponic Global, Mr. 3-time NBA Laker champion and Ironman, AC Green, guys. Huge, huge deal, because he just doesn't put his name on anything. You got three-time NBA Laker champion and former coach Byron Scott. We got Michael Cooper, right? Original Showtime. We have Michael Thompson. If you guys don't know who that is, he's also an original Laker, and his son is Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is one of the Splash Brothers with Stephen Curry, right? So you guys see where this is going, Muggsy Bogues. And then on the NFL side, we got Larry Kennebrew from the Cincinnati Bengals. We have Hall of Famer Ray Darrell Green from the Washington Redskins. We had Stephon Lewis from the Dallas Cowboys. And we had comedians like Michael Coyler. He was on Kid Playhouse with Martin Lawrence. So again, guys, we're attracting Hollywood, and I am allowed to say this, Ryan, because I just closed it yesterday. Mr. John Selly has joined Suponic Global. He'll probably join us as one of the founders. We're getting everything solidified today. So guys, this is where it's at. So in order to start a forest fire, it just takes one spark to, get it started. And I think we've already started that.
There you go. And if you guys think about this, like AC Green, I look at the characteristics of people. Like when I know Paul, for example, point Paul out for a second. Paul is a genuine guy, his Christian background and everything. I've met his wife and stuff like that. I look at these characteristics and how they tie into business and stuff like this. I know that goes beyond Paul and how he treats other people. We look at like the characteristics of AC Green, for example. Okay, AC Green, I barely even know who AC Green is. I have many calls with him now already. But the thing is AC he has the record for not missing like any NBA games. Like this guy was like the perfect attendance guy in the NBA. Not like me going to school. I had a lot of absences, right? Like we probably all did. But that shows dedication is where I'm going to this. Like consistency and stuff like this, and integrity, and these characteristics of the people that are getting involved with us over at Suponic Global. And obviously these guys have legal counsel. So that brings a higher level of that right there. You got, you know, with the IBM guy and stuff like this. Let's go ahead. Rudy, do you want to say anything else, or can you go ahead and get Bobby on here? Bobby?
I just want to add that AC Green is one of the characters in our video game. As a matter of fact, Jay Park hired top animators from Disney to create those characters in the video game. So now he's come out of retirement. You heard Ryan just say that he was the only NBA player to play the most consecutive games in a 14-year career. And now he has come out of retirement, and instead of the Iron Man, now he's the Iron Shark in the game Ink Wars. As a matter of fact, if you have an Android or an iOS, you go ahead and download the game right now. It's by Bubble Arena. And, you know, obviously, the thing is, guys, is that he just closed a deal with the LA Unified School District. That's big. That is the second largest school district in the entire country. And that means 100,000 kids from our youth can now play the game Ink Wars, wager, have some fun, and make sure, again, guys, understand that we're just having fun and making, you know, putting people in a position where they can increase their skill set. Right, increase their effort, increase their talent on video games, and be able to prove it to people by you know, wagering the coin itself. And that's what's so beautiful through our own exchange is you want to accumulate as many coins as possible so you can own as many as you want later on in October 1st when we launch the exchange. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it off. By the way, we have Game Warden in the house, so I'll bring him in after so he can drop the statistics on gaming industry. But go ahead, Bobby. Bobby's my mentor, 45 years in the industry. When he saw this, he pounced on this opportunity, and now he's ran away. He has over 800 people in his organization today, only 6 weeks into pre-launch. Super proud of him, and every time I talk to him, he's like a kid in a candy store again, you know, feeling good about making the right decision, joining Suponic Global. So Bobby Jones from Fontana, California, are you there?
Let me try and mute him.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear, buddy. Thank you.
Thanks, Rudy. Actually, I'll give you an update.
Bobby, you got video or no?
No, I'm on my phone, so I don't.
Go ahead.
But it's interesting. I gotta correct Rudy because we went over 1,000 people yesterday on our team.
Okay.
So I'm really proud of all our team, and that's one of the things that really brought my attention to this is the fact that this truly is a team building concept where you help people. We have a binary compensation. We have 8 ways we can get paid. But through our binary compensation plan, you basically need to get 2 people. That's it. Obviously, a lot of my team members have gotten a lot more than 2, but to actually start being binary qualified and getting paid, you need 2 people. 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and that's it. When we launched July 4th, we have 150 countries coming in underneath us. So the early adapters with Suponic Global are the ones that are going to benefit greatly, but so are the ones coming in after the fact, because this is structured from the bottom on down, not from the top down to the bottom. Anybody coming on gets their 2 people, they're in a position to start making money. That's just one of the ways. We also have besides the binary compensation, we have a sort of a hybrid between the binary compensation plan and a unilevel. So technically, if you keep on bringing people to Suponic Global by sharing the opportunity with them and placing them on down in your organization, technically you can get paid to infinity. This is unbelievable how big this is. We've already heard how many people are gamers in the world. I'm not, but we've heard that we have, approaching 3 billion gamers. That's about 40% of the population in the world that play games. We have the source codes right now for over 300 games. And so whatever your cup of tea is, we're going to have a game that suits your cup of tea, and you're going to be able to play. And as we get, Rudy mentioned about the 3,000 concurrent users, which is a very, very conservative number. We've had games that have come out that were terrible graphics, no background music, and ended up having 6 million concurrent users. So 3,000 is like probably the first month that we launch, we'll have a lot more than that. But it actually grows from there. 3,000 turns into 30,000, turns into 300,000, it turns into 3 million. When Jay Park, this was his words, said once we hit 3,000 concurrent users, he sees the value of Suponic Game Coin, the utility token, being valued at $500 by the end of this year. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Bobby, one
Yep.
second here. So when you
Sure.
come in, let's give it a hypothetical. If you come in, and again, we're not making income claim, guys. This is all about, this is math is what this is right here. Bobby, so when you come in for $100, let's give two examples, $100 or $500. Say how many coins you get and what that could potentially translate into. Again, these are income claims. This is a mathematical equation. Go for it.
Well, at midnight tonight, here on the Pacific Coast, the value of the coin will go up to 50 cents. So for $100, you're going to get 200 coins. Okay. Now just imagine if the value of the coin gets to the point of $500 per coin. That's $100,000. I don't know anything else that you can do in the world where you can invest $100 into a gaming platform that pays you in crypto and turn around and you can make $100,000 in a matter of 6 months. I don't know of any. If you do, let me know because I'll do it too. But this is amazing. So at 500, obviously, you're talking about $250,000. That is just mind-boggling, and that's just
No,
the
Bobby,
valuation of the coin.
Bobby, that'd
That's all.
be $500,000 on the math on that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not good at math. I just know how to build teams.
Obviously. So that's very impressive. Again, that's math right here. And it's very important after you guys do watch this call. Again, really appreciate your time here. We'll answer all your questions at the end of this. But the thing about it is I want you all to be aware of who Jay Park is. And I'll put in the description of this YouTube video here, our call yesterday. Okay, we got Game Warden up next. Game Warden is the head of the gaming part of this whole entire thing. And then after Game Warden, I'm going to talk about the potential of the ideas that I brought to the FutureNet board that they never listened to us. Stefan and Roman said back in the day, they said, we don't want to compete with Facebook. I know all of you wanted to compete with Facebook, and I know all of you guys wanted to basically shut Facebook down with something much better that served the people. And right now, look what's happened just the other day. Donald Trump, for example, passed a thing that did something with the censorship of social media. We're in a pivotal moment right now. So I'll get to that just to let you know what's coming in these conversations, and we'll open up for questions and close. But Bobby, anything else? Or we should turn this over to Game Warden to talk about.
Let's let the game expert talk about some of the numbers in the gaming industry. I just want everybody to really open up their minds. It's sort of like a parachute. It works better when it's open. Just open up your minds and look at this opportunity for what it really is. This is, there's bad experiences in all types of entrepreneurial endeavors. So we just have to keep on looking. This is the real deal. This is, it's got the leadership behind it. We're already the early adapters with this company. We're exploding all around the world right now. So please do your due diligence and ask the questions, get your questions answered so that you can be part of the Suponic Global family.
Bobby,
and with that, let's turn it over to.
One second, one more question here.
Sure.
Utility token, can you touch base on this? Because it's a little bit more easy to talk about the price potential of this, being a utility token based off these transactions. Can you just touch base on the difference between a utility token and how that ties to the crypto itself? Go ahead.
Absolutely. Okay, Bitcoin is the grandfather of all cryptocurrency, but it is not tied to anything. Okay, it's just a form of transferring peer-to-peer for goods and services, and the value is basically determined on supply and demand only, period. It's not tied to anything. A utility token is, and I'll use this example, and I'm not sure in South Africa, but I'm sure they still have arcades and things where you can go in and you can play games and things like that. I know when I was a kid, I used to go into pizza places with my folks, and I wanted to play the pinball machines and the Centipede and Miss Pac-Man. I had to get tokens. I had to buy tokens before I could play the game. If I didn't have those tokens, I couldn't play. We have almost 3 billion gamers in the world. that are going to want to be on our platform, where not only are they going to be able to play games, but they're not going to play games for funny money. They're going to play games for real money now. But they're going to need our utility token. They're going to need the Suponic game coin to play those games on that platform. That is going to drive the business up. Plus, not only the gaming platform, but our gaming coin is tied to a complete ecosystem at Suponic, where we have 3D phones, 3D tablets, we've got headphones, we've got rejuvenation beds, we've got water, soap, we got all kinds of products that is a complete ecosystem. We have Suponic cafes that are going to be launched over here this coming year that are going to rival, they're going to be like Starbucks on steroids, where you can actually go in, pay with your Suponic game coins for your snacks and your coffee, and sit down and start gaming right there in the cafe. It's going to be unbelievable. But that coin is tied to that ecosystem, so it has real value. So as it will become the monetization for not just gaming, but for a lot of other areas of our lives. So when you think about that, it's actually got real value. It's just like gold. Okay, the gold standard.
Exactly, Bobby. And I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share real fast and show you guys a 1-minute video on 3D phones. What we have here, Bobby, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard something about this is like the first phone to actually protect people from the 5G networks. Am I right, or is that correct?
That's what I've heard. Okay. I'm not techie, but that's what I've heard.
All right, let me go ahead and go to share screen.
Hey, Ryan, real quick, he has to do a test run for the gaming Zoom. Can real quick?
Yep. Yeah, let's turn it over. You guys, this is Game Warden right here. Game Warden, hello. Thanks for joining us today, brother. Good seeing you, brother.
The same here, man. I'm just going to make it quick just to give you guys a concept of what we're doing, okay? So everybody knows Fortnite. That has 250 million active accounts. Globally, actively, there's 10 million in that concurrent gamers. So meaning as at any time they look at the servers, they have about 10 million. They've broken records to 80 million because of Ninja, because of certain events that he's pulled up, because streamers are connected to basically almost all the games. You can think of any kind of streamer and they're playing a particular game so people can watch. So that's a new way of TV. Cable and movies and all that stuff is going down, but gaming, streaming, and watching is going up. So you have to understand, so let's go back to Fortnite. Fortnite, because they have those active users of 10 million, in one business quarter, they did, I think 1 year, they did $2.8 billion just on one game. Go back to Activision Blizzard that owns, Diablo and WoW and a lot of those, classic. Now you can think about it, and also they own Call of Duty Mobile. So really, really prominent games. Well, their last quarter in 2019, again, just with their microtransactions, because you have to use tokens to play certain games, that's $3.3 billion in the end of that quarter. Okay, let's go back to another game that people know, Grand Theft Auto 5, that has broken records already because that game's been out for 7 years and it's still in the top 10 games. Okay. Same thing. They added a casino for their online game. Because of their online game with their casino where they have to get real money to use fake money in the game, they made $600 million in that last quarter with this one game. So again, we're not giving you these numbers just to say that that's how bigger we can get. I'm just telling you that when it comes to gamers say when they're going to spend their money and on what. It's not if they're going to spend their money. And the great thing about this opportunity is, other than a lotion or a potion, we don't have to create a lotion lover if we were selling a lotion or a potion. The gamers are already here. And I'm speaking from a gamer. We have multiple platforms that we like to div and dab. If we had all the money in the world, we pretty much probably dabble in every gaming aspect, because every platform has its own ecosystem and its own way to presenting different type of games and different type of environments. So now the difference between us and everybody else, that we're exclusive of a token that actually has a value. Like for another example, Sony sold over 100 million, units PlayStations. Why? Because they have the most exclusive games around. They don't have as much games as Nintendo, but because they had the hot games for this platform, because it's ending this year. That's another great thing too, is the fact that because Sony and the Xbox are coming out new consoles, that's increasing the bar. So everybody's talking about games right now, all over the world. You don't have to convince somebody to talk about gaming right now. So now we already have an install base that 3 billion players around the world who will love to come into a platform where they can make money. Even if you say, hey, I don't like these type of games, it's fine. If you play a couple hours or so, you're actually going to make an income that you can support your other gaming, which that's what I'm going to do. I'm not just going to play, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to play Suponic all the time. But guess what? I'm going to make an income off of it. And if I choose to use that on something else, I can. So you have to think of it this way. Every gamer in the household, because there's always one gamer in the household, at least. That gamer can become the hero of that family because now they can make an income that can actually support a family. And that's what we're doing in Suponic. So with that, I got to go, guys. I got to go on another Zoom.
Oh, I was just going to say one more thing. With all these humongous numbers, you tie this to a cryptocurrency tied to social media that we're doing?
Exactly. Wow. Because my favorite thing to say is we're monitoring gamer skills. We're literally, again, when I play Ink Wars, I don't feel like I'm making money. I just feel like I'm playing a game. You know, because you have to understand that the platform is different from the exchange. You can handily, comfortably hand your phone or your tablet to your child, and the only thing they're going to do is play games. The token is not connected to the exchange on that platform. But say if little Timmy's doing good and kicking some ass and getting a bunch of tokens, and look, daddy, look, mommy, look what I did. Now you can actually take those coins, put them in an exchange, and now Timmy made money for the family. That's what I'm talking about.
Right?
In the household, regardless if they're 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 or 40, can actually help the family with the income and keep them in a better situation that they were when they started.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sounds to me like we got our own stimulus package here, Ryan.
I call this the technology post-COVID-19. Game War will let you go. Thank you so much, Blair, for being here. Okay. You guys, next thing I'm going to do real quick to break this up is I'm going to show you example of the technologies that we have. You've never seen a company bring 3D phones. I ain't seen a 3D hologram phone until now, so I'm going to show you guys and turn this into a screen share real quick. 1 second, please. Appreciate all your time. If you got to go, I completely understand. You got 29 people on the call right now. Let's go ahead and move over here. You guys can see my screen, I'm sure. Are we good? You see the screen? Yeah? Yeah? Good? Okay.
I see your desktop. Yep, there you go. You got it.
Check this out. So Suponic Global, who has the fastest cryptocurrency in the entire world right now, 68,000 transactions per second, has come out now with it's a 3D phone and a 3D tablet, hologram tablets and phones. Check this out. There you guys have it. Suponic Global is completely cutting edge technology, making some very, very big things happen right now. Well, you guys get the point. So that's one example of the technologies and other things that they're bringing to the table. There's an interview. I was blown away by this. There's a video that I'm putting the video in the description of this YouTube video. It's Jay Park, the billionaire that's the head of Alibaba for the entire country of Australia. He walks us through his office, and it was on a live stream with hundreds of people watching the other day. It's on my YouTube channel right now. And you'll see he'll show his camera, and there's 20 of these beds. These beds are frequency. Like, this is a little frequency device that you're seeing me wearing right here, guys. It's pulsing 300,000 different frequencies through my body. My passion is cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, in, you know, social media and frequency. He is also big into frequency because of what it's doing for people. So they get these beds, these Suponic beds that he's had white labeled for one of their products. Suponic has over 300 companies underneath the umbrella. So I spoke to Jay about bringing a social media platform over to Suponic Global to tie it in to where people could talk about the different games that they're playing and post this thing on there. Now, I want to give you a hypothetical, because this is the hypothetical that Stefan and Roman never listened to me about in the past. Okay, so let me give you two examples here. One, we're going to be talking about Elon Musk coming, and let's say Elon Musk comes to the social media network and says, hey guys, we'll pay $3,000 every time one of our cars sails through the social media monetized network. Now that 10 levels deep, for example, is $300 10 levels deep. Okay, so imagine when you log into your social media network right there, guys, that you see, you're like, oh man, Tesla Motors paid me $300 last night. And by the way, it's in our cryptocurrency, which is more transactions for us. You're like, it's a glossary. It's an earnings glossary that you can sort by, you know, who's paid you the most, or else by alphabetical order, or this can be broken down into different categories. Okay, and I'll get to the music industry in a second, because this is where it gets really exciting. This is what will turn it upside down. 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I just got to unlock the door for my company that's over here. Give me 1 second, please. Guys, I'll continue. 1 second, please. Okay, you guys again. I'm just wrapping up a call right there. Okay, thank you. Say a quick hello real fast. This is my friends, Alexander and Matthew, who are also with us over at Suponic Global. These are my great African friends who are on board and stuff like this. Suponic's great, huh?
Suponic's amazing, please.
Yeah,
Let's rule the world together.
There you go. Okay, we'll talk about the music industry. Shut the door, please. All right. So anyways, check this out, guys. So imagine, again, a Tesla Motors car sales, and it says, oh, you look at your glossary, it says you got paid $300 from Tesla Motors. That's a lot of money in Africa. I saw a lot of very hurting financially people in Africa when I went and fed those people over there. Just imagine what this would do. Now, you can come onto the social media network for free with what we're putting together. This social media network is not in existence yet, but we've already been proposing it, and we've had numerous phone calls with Jay, and we already have the proposition from Paulina of FutureNet, who's going to be the whole head of the programming for this entire thing. But imagine you're like, oh, so a Tesla Motors car sold 5 levels deep. A friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of bought it, and you just made $300. Now you have the ability to, I don't want to use the term retweet, okay, because that's about Twitter, right? But imagine you could repost that earnings report with a click of one button onto your wall, and you say, hey, everyone, check out this new car right here. Congratulations to my friend of a friend that just bought one. Hey, thank you, Tesla Motors, for paying me $300 right there. You just gave your social media stamp of approval across your monetized network for life. Well, guess what? Because you did that and having unlimited friends, you just over the course of that month, remember at FutureNet, you had a grid of 8,000 people underneath you. This being a binary and not a forced matrix, we're talking to infinity below, guys, right here, okay? So just imagine, even deeper than that, in more front lines and stuff like this, but imagine now when you post that on your wall, now you just influenced more buyers of that Tesla Motors car. So 2 weeks later, you log in, you're like, dang, 2 more car sales, $600. You just made almost $1,000 right there. Let me take this down to the micro transaction level, you know, how it can help musicians. So currently, let's look at iTunes business model, these other ones. They sell the songs for $1.20. Let's say that, and you know what, they rip the artist off so hardcore, they're paying the artist 13 cents, I believe that math is right. It's a small fraction. It's less than 1/10 of how much the iTunes these guys are ripping people off. So imagine Paul Van Dyke. You log in, you look at your glossary report that day, and right underneath Tesla Motors, oh, there's Paul Van Dyke. Well, guess what? Previously, 2 days earlier, Paul Van Dyke came to the social media platform and said, look, guys, we'll go ahead and split that $1.20 with you all. We'll give 60 cents back to the field. We'll take the other 60 cents because that's a lot more than iTunes is paying us. And we'll pay that 60 cents 10 levels deep, which is 6 cents. Watch what this does, guys. This is the concept that I've come up with over the years of analyzing FutureNet, and they never listen. When I came out with FutureNet Music and spent $10,000 for my friends that created Bittrex in my living room, I had the whole white paper to surprise it and give it to you as a gift at FutureNet. They shut me down. So I've decided to bring this whole entire concept over. Now, watch what happens. You log in, you're like, Paul Van Dyke paid me 6 cents yesterday. Interesting. You don't give it much attention because you're more happy about the $300 that your Tesla Motors just paid you. Well, guess what? 2 days later, there's another 3 more sales of 18 cents of these songs that went through there, 3 more buys. You're like, gosh, that must be a cool song coming out. Because right now, it's really difficult to pay attention to. We got so much going in this fast-paced world. We're not kids in high school watching MTV anymore. Our earnings report is going to tell us what cool songs are trending right there, because as it says, Paul Van Dyk's Money that you just made that little tiny 6 cents on right there, it doesn't matter. The link to the track is right there that you could purchase it right in your glossary. So now what happens is you can go ahead and post that on your wall. You just gave your social media stamp of approval. Oh, guess what? Paul Van Dyk also went ahead and decided he's coming to tour in South Africa. They're selling concert tickets for $80, but he struck a deal with Suponic Social here to give back $30 out of the $80 back to the people instead of that money going to Live Nation. Take that $30 divided by that 10, do the math. It's $3 per level. Again, all these are microtransactions down to the 6 pennies, all this stuff taking place. Now, imagine, guys, you're telling your friends, wow, Paul Van Dyk, I made $6 last night on that ticket. You put that on that wall. You say, hey, who wants to go with me? They're coming on tour in South Africa. Who wants to go with you? Again, you gave your social media stamp of approval. Now, all these earnings come in because all your friends want to go with you, and they're doing the same thing, and they're doing the same thing, and more ticket sales process. You guys, this will shut down iTunes is how I see this. This will shut down Live Nation. They have completely taken over enslaved musicians. All of our friends out there that are musicians, you've seen them all get ripped off, and they go ahead and in the old system, they were propping up the bit, that still is kind of around today, but with COVID, the post-COVID technology, which is Suponic here, social, and Suponic music, and Suponic entertainment. Imagine what we're going to be able to do in the sporting industry. Imagine taking sports betting. Imagine taking fantasy football, and we have Suponic Sports. We already have esports with Suponic. You guys, imagine, I'm not into sports betting because I don't know how to really gamble at all, and I'm not into fantasy football because I only know the players basically. The Seattle Seahawks here where I'm at from, I know the players' names. I'm friends with Richard Sherman, and I know that there's other, there are a lot of people do this. It's big time stuff doing the fantasy football. Imagine fantasy football with the potential of having its own currency tied into the whole entire ecosystem with all the games with the social media network and all this stuff. Imagine we make it a mission for every single person that locks a free place in the binary. We never ask them to buy anything. Imagine these people, just because they did like 5 social media things a day in there, that they got paid from the advertising revenue, that they got paid 5 cents a day. And I know that we could, my whole intention is to take all those people on the streets in Africa that I saw in Johannesburg right there, guys. We can do this together right here. And I want to create a board that listens. I want Nomntu, and I want Paul, and I want all these people that I had the opportunity to work with. That was real passion when I was visiting you all in South Africa. That I watched that video when I flew that film crew down from Spain to come film all you guys. And I was like, this is undeniable. But we know what happened, and we learn from it, and we're going to create the strongest thing the world has ever seen. Jay Park says that this social media, that this coin could be, he didn't say potentially, actually, that's me saying potentially. He says this is the world's next currency, is what he says with this. Prove me wrong when you have monetization involved here. Paul, you want to say something, brother?
No, not really. I'm listening. I'm very interested.
Okay. Now, Nomntu, do you want to say something, sweetie?
No, Ryan, I'm listening. I'm new here. I just want to understand how it works.
Okay, so here's what happens when you and I'm not telling people to come in for $16.85 whatsoever here, because if we put $100 in, and if it did, again, I'm not saying it's going to, but you've heard some numbers here, some pretty amazing numbers here when this hits on the exchange and everything. We've got 2 dates to pay attention to. 4th of July, we're launching 85 games. Is that correct, Rudy? Yes. Okay. So okay, 4th of July, roughly
60 games.
60 games come out on 4th of July.
Up to 300. Yeah.
Paulina has, these are the dates to pay attention to. Paulina, I told Paulina that I want the social media network completely done. She gave me a quote for $340,000. I'm just letting you guys know how real this is. Paulina, I looked at Paulina, I looked her in the eyes, I said, look, I'm interviewing 4 different programming teams, including the inventors of Bittrex, because my friends created Bittrex, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, which was created in my penthouse living room showroom, as you guys know, above Louis Vuitton and Gucci here in Bellevue, Washington. Okay, this is real stuff. And I looked at Paulina and I was like, I'd rather have a publicity stunt here and let all 6 million people know that we held this thing together, that we went and purposely and took the programming team from FutureNet and brought them over, and we'll send out some articles letting them know, because there's no obligation there whatsoever. They got hosed in that whole entire situation from 1.0 to 2.0. You guys, I'm convinced that this is it. Now, you can come in for $100. It's $105 after the transaction. You're given some coins, okay? The next level up is $500. You're given some more tokens right now. The next is $1,000, $5,000, and $10,000. I'm not asking you to do anything but $100 only right now. Call to action right now. You guys know that I put over 1,000 people into FutureNet personally. I grew my team to over 1 million people in FutureNet, and this is a binary. So I welcome Nomntu to be the first person in Africa, and I will work so hard with you guys to root this thing down here before July 4th. And you guys, I know you guys are doing other things, Crowd One. I'm not hating on any of these companies out there, but just like when I used to sell Bitcoin mining shares with BitClub Network, the reason why I joined FutureNet was to go ahead and connect with other people that are getting paid in cryptocurrency on a social media platform to sell them Bitcoin mining shares, and I had massive success. So I wish you all success in what you're doing. I'm just saying that a monetized social media network is the future and will always be the base foundation of everything that we do moving forward. Okay? We can go ahead and wrap this up. You guys, we've been on the call almost for 1 hour and 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and open this up for questions. Who has questions? Who has questions? There got to be some questions here. And if not, I guess we covered that pretty damn good. Okay, I miss you guys. I truly miss you guys, and I have taken slack saying I came down to Africa to deceive you all. I'm here to bring the future with you guys and do this right in a way that it was meant to be done.
Hey Ryan, I got a quick question for you here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hey, Sanjeev.
Hey buddy. Okay, so I just got introduced this a couple of days ago. Just took a quick look, and I want to have a quick chat with you afterwards. My question is for that 3D phone. How does that play into this whole thing?
Okay, so let me give you an example. See these glasses right here, guys? These right here are called cryptoryays. You can right now go to www.cryptoryays.com. They're usually about $80 a pair right here, okay? My friend is the CEO of this company. They're out of Florida, and these things are badass. Let me give you an example. Where I'm going with this is we can bring any product into what we're doing, but the company, just like Tesla Motors comes into our grid, right? They say, they strike a deal with us and say, look, we'll take care of all the shipping, this and that. We'll drop the sales thing through here. We'll give you $30, 10 levels deep whenever these glasses sell right here. So that's $3, 10 levels deep. I'm just throwing out a hypothetical here, okay? So this is one of our first products also. We've got the head designer of Gucci with us, Gucci clothing, okay? We already have, you've seen the phones. We've got the headphones. We've got the tablets, all these other things, okay? But my point is, and these glasses are really cool. Everyone who is online right now, guys, I promise you, if you get some of these glasses, I can get you a discount. Message me for them until we have actually the contract finalized with this. You need to protect your eyes, because us with the screen share time that we're putting into our phones right now, it is throwing you off. It is so harmful to be looking at these computer screens for more than 5 minutes. You got it. That goes for your phone, your computers. It's messing with your hormone levels. I mean, I feel so much stronger, like in more balanced, that I've been not looking at these flickering computer screens. And that's what I study is frequency. That's why I'm wearing this device, that I'm #1 in the entire world already in this $100 million company in terms of recruiting. Fact. Okay. So I know what I'm talking about here. I want you guys to live a healthy life. Just give an example. Shout out to, I'll put the link over here if you guys, just message me if you want the goggles, the glasses. But this isn't to distract you all from anything. I'm just watching about your health until you guys will have something as you come to Suponic to talk about. And now when we're doing these Zoom calls, for example, a lot of us will be looking like ninjas here, these cool shades, okay, that block 99.9% of the vision. But you guys, my cell phone number, I'm on WhatsApp, is right here in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and repost it one more time here for the entire group. Sanjeev, did that answer your question right there or no?
You know what? That's okay. I'll talk to you a little bit deeper about it a little bit later on.
Yeah, no problem. So these products are going to be available. They will be commissionable through the thing, and companies will come to earn our trust and to earn our business. And I foresee this is the company that's going to put an end to cross-line recruiting, because they're going to have to be doing business with the cool kids to earn the trust of the people. Because how many times have you guys been involved in companies like, I bet there's no one on this call that is pulling an income from a company more than 3 to 4 years back from now. And if you are, unmute your mic and tell me what company has kept you around for that long as you're doing other companies. I want to hear it. I guarantee I'm going to hear crickets. I'm going to predict the future right now. Go ahead. No one. Point proven. Thank you. So anyways, Sanjeev, I'll call you right after this, buddy, okay?
Thank you.
And Ryan, keep in mind the CEO is placing an order of 10,000 3D phones with Jay Park. So they are on the way. It's just the logistics and getting them all prepared and everything. It's happening. I mean, again, we're still in pre-launch, but yeah, we're not playing around. We're getting ready to distribute these phones out. We're gonna give Apple a run for their money, guys.
I think so. The phones look really good, and hey, I'm a hardcore Apple fan. Here I am rocking my frequencies on my phone right now through my body as I'm talking to you straight off my mobile app. So that's my concentration frequencies. I love it for webinars. It's great. So, anyways, what do you guys have any more questions there? My goodness, I want to hear from someone. What do you guys at least think about this concept? I know you're listening.
This is Rubieni Torres, Ruby for short. I think that this is an awesome opportunity. Haven't heard or seen anything like it. I've been doing several years of research, financing, and all kinds of sorts. And this year is definitely something that's a lot greater, moving a lot faster than even what we know to use for retirement funds. So this year is definitely something that everyone needs to be involved with, learning more about, getting more involved with. I mean, it's just awesome. It really is. Like, you know, it's a playing field that nobody can match. Everybody needs
a kid coming at you, brother. You hear the kid coming at you, you know, like a kid in a candy store. Man. Where are you from, Ruby?
I'm currently living in Iowa, but I'm from New York.
Okay, there you go. Cool. So I heard New York in the
I got
house.
a team in New York as well, man. So welcome. You got the right leader right there for you, man. You're making the right decision.
I'm ready to go ahead and just future that. It's done. It's done. So catch the press releases coming out, and then in network marketing from home and all this stuff, and the releases come out, how the vision moved forward in a way that was legit, backed by a billionaire, the head of Alibaba for the entire country of Australia. Powerful. So
yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, and great connecting with you, Ruby. I like to hear from other people too. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, let's get some people from Africa here. What do you got, guys?
Yes, Ryan, there's no question, no doubt that you know your game when it comes to this. And I can see the competence and the confidence that you have in this project. And being one who has met you personally and has some couple of conversations with you and walk this walk a little bit with you, I have full confidence in what you're doing. That's you. If you talk about network marketing and monetization and social media and all that stuff, you define it all. So what I'm actually trying to say is I don't have all the facts on hand. I don't know how the compensation plan works. I don't know all the stuff. But what I'm hearing, it is a utility coin with an ecosystem. And I am very much keen to go in cryptocurrencies like that, because it's one of the most desirable form of currency that I want to be into. I don't want to be into a currency where you speculate the value and all that. And I believe that the whole ecosystem will be there to boost this currency. And it includes the family, gaming and all that is quite huge. I think you guys have chosen the very a very prominent and well populated ecosystem. So I am looking very cautiously because I am in various other opportunities. So this one, if I can just dissect it and go through all the compensation plans and all how it's going to affect my other stuff I'm doing, and yeah, it's really interesting. I must tell you that.
Yeah, thank you, and gosh, Paul, I mean, you and me and Nomntu, I mean, we've gone through the deserts of Africa together among rhinoceroses and hippos and everything down there. You know, we've gone bungee jumping off of the biggest gorges in the jungles of Africa together. We've gone down to the Cape of Good Hope together, the furthest southern tip of Africa together. We've done such an amazing things together, and feeding the people down there. I'll never forget Nomntu. And right before I went off the airport, we went, after I got a massage or whatever it was, I think we got a massage, and we went down and fed all those families as fast as we could right before I hopped on. I was like, we're out of here.
Wow,
It was
fantastic.
So but I can't wait to do something really big for you guys. And I would just, it's $100. Don't give it too much thought, because I want the people that really get this to just hop at the top of Nomntu. I know she's in 100% today. It's like Richard Branson said, when you see something good, jump in and figure the shit out later. So Nomntu, you want to say anything, sweetheart? Anyone else?
No, I don't want to say anything. We'll be in consultation with the leaders. And leaders Bongile is Bosch. Are you there?
I hear you. Are you? Oh, you got a leader?
No.
I'm here, Nomntu.
Hey, Samaling, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Ryan?
Good. Can you show camera? Or are you all in bed right now?
Nice talking to you, Ryan. And the concept, I love it. But as Paul said, it's a good concept, and it going to the right direction. I love gaming. My kids love gaming. So I'm so much interested, but I'll be in contact with my leader, Nomntu, so that I can get the full information about the business, the whole business.
Okay. Yeah,
So
we're going to give you, everyone, Rudy, can you put the information link down in the chat here, you guys? If you guys would please just grab this link right here. This has a lot of information about Suponic. We're redoing the websites right now and stuff like this. We want to make this like really turnkey. So when you go to like, holy smokes, I get it. So that makes the duplication very simple. And obviously it's very inexpensive to get involved in Suponic. So yeah, you got that, Rudy, in the chat right there? Or Rudy's putting it in here. One new message. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good source to start with, guys. And then, of course, if you can get Ryan's link, because on the website we have all the information as well. And then, obviously, as this starts, expanding, give your link to other people. But it's a very, very simple process.
You know what? And so I'm going to put my link right here, guys. Whoever wants it, it's right there for you, Nomntu. I'm trusting you're going to be the first one. But you know what? Opportunity doesn't wait. So it's there.
Yeah, I want to add to that, Ryan, if I can. Just to give you guys an idea, this is going to happen without you, and it's going to happen with you. Of course, we prefer to, open up our arms wide open and bring you guys in as a family with Team Crypto Gaming Pioneers. That's my team, Team CGP. In just 6 weeks since I started the company, I'm about to approach 1,500 people in my downline in just 6 weeks. And we're still in pre-launch. So the coin's not going to wait. It's going to go up another 5 cents every 2 weeks until it hits $1 in October. The beautiful thing about this, guys, is no auto ship. You buy, you get in where you can fit in $100, $500, $1,000, $5,000, and maxed out at $10,000. So I've talked to a lot of people, and some people want to throw 100 grand at this, and that's not what we're looking for. This is not an ICO. We're not trying to raise capital. Again, the guy's a multi-billionaire. He already said to us, I don't need any more money. I want to create 3 million jobs on this platform. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we pay every single day. We're already funded in pre-launch. You guys, I've never been a part of a pre-launch where they pay you every single day. And I'm proud to say that I do have people on my downline that are making more than I could even imagine. They're already making $1,000 a day in pre-launch. Worst case scenario, you'll make $250 a day. That's not bad. That pays the bills. Again, that's just based on your efforts. No income disclaimer here. Obviously, it's, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. But what you want to understand is that it's just like anything else. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. And you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Obviously, you already know. You got me, you got Ryan, you got Nicole. We're here to support you in any way that we possibly can. And like I told Ryan, bring everybody into this thing because you guys are on my wife's team and I'm incentivized to blow out my wife's team. My power leg has already got more volume I can even handle. There is a binary match. So you guys, you get paid up to 30 levels and we have a 20-year dividend on this plan. So understand that after a while, the MLM is going to go away. We won't need to recruit anymore. Jay Park has said it, that we will be sustainable and we're going to have so much liquidity in our ecosystem that he will just cut off the MLM part. You won't even have to recruit. Like Ryan said, we are going to be the asset. People are going to join our internal team.
Yeah, I want to touch base on it real fast because previous to this, I was like, gosh, I'm just going to go with Carrot Bars because it's a gold-backed cryptocurrency. And I have Carrot Bars coin, but the real asset is the people right here. So, and I still haven't got my Carrot Bars phone after so long. But I can't wait to get one of these other phones. So, hey, you know what? There's room for many cryptocurrencies out there on the marketplace. I just think that this one, when you gamify something, you guys have always heard about how we need to gamify a company. Well, you can only truly do that if you're in the gaming space. So you guys, let's just go ahead and wrap this up unless you guys have any other questions. And again, my cell phone number is below. Go ahead and hit me on WhatsApp. You guys got the link for more information below. And I really appreciate all your time today. And can't wait. I will come to Africa once, if not twice this year with what's about to go down.
Hey, Ryan, I'd like to also mention that because we're dealing with Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out, that as Bitcoin climbs in value, so does our currency, okay? So that there is also something to look at in case everybody wasn't really aware of that. It's not only our involvement where we're generating that income, but it's also going to be increasing on its own due to the nature of its value, okay? So everybody needs to be aware of that. I mean, you're buying in right now at PAX, and like was mentioned earlier, nobody's interested in the money so much aspect, but the sustainability of it. So we need more involvement, and that's what we're looking for. But everybody definitely needs to be aware, and this whole team is phenomenal. I mean, the amount of energy that's being put out, the amount of contacts, the amount of knowledge that's being shared. I mean, people really need to understand that this is truly an opportunity, okay? And that opportunity does not sit and wait for nobody.
Right. You guys, thank you, Ruby. I think we're good to go, guys. So any other questions? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Okay, I think we're good. Well, you guys, I wish you all massive success in everything that you're doing right now. And I hope that we can unite once again and fulfill the mission that we have united in the first place to do. So I'm going to go ahead and end the call right now, guys. Feel free to contact me outside this, and I wish you all a wonderful evening, okay?
Thank you, Ryan. Great connecting, everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Take care. See ya. Bye, Paul. Good seeing you. Bye, Nomntu.